Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark. If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to Season 2 of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. To all our old and new listeners, we're excited to have you here with us. ClockTower is a D&D campaign turned audio drama, played with a custom class and a few house rules that we as a group collectively enjoy. If you find yourself getting a little lost, there's always older episodes to guide you back to the path. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. As the now taken over by Skeleton King's band music fills the hall of the club, a lot of the people seem to be talking in hushed murmurs, but not as shocked, Berret, as you might think they should be. And primarily because in the distance you can kind of hear some of them kind of being like, oh my god, it's true, it's real. They're all kind of talking in hushed murmurs about this is not the first place that this has happened, that these skeletons have taken over. And apparently it is widespread enough that people know about this, and they're not shocked or surprised. They're almost confirming now that they're seeing with their own eyes that all those stories are true. The waitress takes the large stack of money that Donnie put on the table and doesn't put it in the till, just slides it off to the left of the till as if purposefully keeping that money separate from all the rest of it. And then she looks at both of you who are kind of at this point locking eyes with each other, as if both of you are sizing each other up. I would like both of you to roll competing intimidation checks. Yeah. But Berret, with your eons of experience, please roll with advantage.
19.
16.
Ooh.
Damn.
So as you're staring at this young kid, you're staring him down, he's staring you down, and then Berret, all of a sudden you see what this guy's doing. He believes it. He believes in it, and he's willing to give everything for it. And you think maybe you're worried even that he might have already done that. Your guys' stare down is broken only by hearing a voice, and you break eye contact first as a voice says, "Is that all? Can I get you anything else?"
Donnie wants to take his drink, looking at the bartender, and say, I believe that should be everything. He has his water at this point, right?
Yeah.
He looks at her and says, no, I believe that should be everything. Thank you, truly.
Here, this should cover my tab. As I clock tower coin, slide it forward.
Her eyes catch it, and all of a sudden you see Donnie's drink as he's moving his drink away from the bar. The liquid in it starts to slosh towards the edge and stops, freezes halfway there. And Donnie himself, stops mid-movement. And you hear all the music sort of stop. And you hear this weird... You don't, you've noticed it. It's always in the background, but there's sort of an ethereal song tune itself. Or maybe it's just how the world sounds without sound. And you see almost like a coin flipping. The switch turned. And you see hollow eyes looking back at you, and their demeanor is completely changed. They're no longer nervous about the situation going on. They're no longer, feeling threatened and angry that they're feeling threatened. They are, in fact, they pick up a glass, and they start polishing it as they go, "What can I get for you?"
As he, straightens himself up for a second. Well, I get the Skeleton King is here. He's always a problem. But, what else is here? Has Donnie been given something he shouldn't have been given?
That's 2 questions. I'm going to need you to decide which one you would like me to answer, unless you'd like to pay another coin.
The latter.
Is Donnie given something he shouldn't be given? By Skeleton King?
I didn't realize I was supposed to answer questions.
Ah, Well, in that case, no. Donnie was not given something he was not supposed to be given. Is that a satisfactory answer for you?
Did Donnie find something he wasn't supposed to find?
That's another question, isn't it?
Yes.
They hold their hand out to you.
How many do I have again?
That's it is based off of your intelligence modifier, and they are used for this mission. So even if you reset, you don't get them back.
I have 15 intelligence, so plus 2. Mm-hmm. So I have another coin.
You have 1 more to spend.
Oh, as I like hold on to my coin and like rub it.
Look like you're getting pretty low on funds there, Berret. Maybe you can have Grin spot you.
That would be nice. As I like look back at the group that are probably about.
Do you really trust them? They seem nice on the surface, don't they? They seem happy and like they don't have a care in the world. Like this job is just a way of living life for them, don't they? But they've done things themselves.
I'm sure we all have, even you.
They lower their head as if they're looking like straight out from underneath their brow, kind of that Kubrick stare-esque. They burned me alive, Berret. And that's not all.
Well,
They've sacrificed aspects of me to get a friend back to them. They have at every point shown that the lives of the worlds that they step into don't matter nearly as much as their own lives to themselves. Not like you and Grin. You two are better than that. You always were. That's why I liked Grin. He had a way of reeling back some of your less desirable tendencies, and now I'm just worried about you, Berret.
maybe I'll hold on to this coin for now. I don't know if I'm ready for this. As I look back at Donnie.
Why don't you ask who he stole from? As the owl leans over the bar and pushes a drink that is now filled with a light blue liquid. Why don't you ask the right questions? How'd he get Skeleton King here? Maybe that one's on the house. I told you. I'm worried about you, Berret. And then all of a sudden the music kicks on and you're almost startled, and the drink in front of you is water. It's no longer blue at all. And you look around and Donnie is
when you look to Donnie, you see that he is stirring his red drink as he's standing by the bar, and he stirs this red, very vibrant red drink. Almost seems like a light punch of some kind, and then he swirls a little bit. The ice clinks within his glass, and he takes a very long sip and finishes it with a. And he sets it down and he looks to you and says, Have you ever had issues with family? Been anything maybe not quite understanding the cards you've been dealt?
Can't say I have, no.
Well, I guess you could say that I tried my best to play the hand that was given to me, right? And I did everything I could. I excelled. At least it's what I thought. And it wasn't good enough for some people, but in my time of need, when no one in this city, no one in this place, this world had my back, I reached out, and that person, that very boisterous person over there on the other side of the building at this point, you can still hear him because he's just so lively despite his appearance. He helped me when no one else would. He helped me realize that family isn't always what you dealt, but the people you find in your journey, in your path. And whether you like him or not, that guy and all my other siblings, and they're my family.
Well, glad you reached out, but I'm starting to wonder what else you reached out for. I don't really like playing with people who have a fixed hand.
Well, in a world where the house always wins, you gotta have a few tricks up your own sleeve.
All right, well then maybe we should go cash out. As I look out to the rest of the group where they may have gone, to the broom closet.
Speaking of, The three of you, Skeleton King and the Note Taker Skeleton, went into the office. You guys went in there, waited for Donnie and Berret to follow you guys, and then for like a little bit of time, they don't. And Note Taker Skeleton like looks at the door and's like, should we begin the meeting without them? And then Skeleton King goes, we can't begin the meeting without Donnie. He's like, well, he said I get to be the boss, but he's like,
The underboss?
Yeah, he's like my right-hand guy, man. Well, I mean, technically Tony stands on the right side and he stands on the left side, so I guess he would be my left-hand man, but that kind of makes it seem like he's not.
Doesn't Note Taker Skeleton stand on the right side?
Well, he used to, but now Note Taker Skeleton, he's kind of short. And Donnie said that we need to be imposing to like make an effect on people so that they respect us and that they think that we're bigger than we are. And that's why I'm wearing these platform heels.
You know, I did notice that you were taller than usual.
Yeah, I wanted to be taller like Rock.
Oh.
Cause I thought like imposing. And he's like, he had a huge sword. I asked if I could have a huge sword, but Donnie said no. And so he had me have this instead. And Skeleton King like whips out and kind of aims at all of you, just like waving around a Tommy gun.
Same as the deck.
Jaeger like reaches his hand out and like flips the barrel up in the air.
Skeleton King goes, wait, no, I'm not gonna shoot you guys. Plus it's got the safety on. And he goes, as bullets crash into the wall of the office. It had the safety on earlier, I swear.
Skeleton King, as the skeleton boss, sorry, my bad. I'm going to follow your general.
Yeah, I'm skeleton boss now. Thank you for respecting that.
Yeah.
What? It sounds like clutching their ears.
They'll get used to it. Anyway, so as someone who uses a gun very often, as you know, maybe keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to actually like shoot something. Like keep it off keep it out.
Yeah, that's good advice. I'll take, you know what? From a friend to a friend, also, you might want to think about getting a gun that fires like this, like if you hold the trigger down, it just keeps going.
Wait, you guys are friends?
Yeah, sorry, let me introduce you. This is Jaeger.
Jaeger's eyes like close, and like you can tell he's like, God damn, fuck.
He's a clock tower man. I'm Skeleton King. Sorry, I'm Skeleton Boss. This is Sam.
Sam's like staggering up the table like, oh.
They are small, but they're also a clock tower person. And they are they can make lights happen. And it was really cool. One time, their other friend played guitar on a stage. Where's he anyway? As well, are him and Rock like watching a door somewhere?
They're on a different mission.
Oh, did you wait? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's like Skeleton King looks at the two of you and then looks at Rock's hat on Jaeger's head and then like hangs his head in like immense grief and then goes, they broke up with you, didn't they?
Jaeger just sort of like pulls the hat down over his eyes and says, yeah, Skeleton King, they broke up.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
They're in a...
You know, I will say Rock is definitely still cooler than you guys and I like him best, but I got your back in this hard time since you guys are the ones that are here.
Yeah, I always felt so too.
But like I got you. Anyway, yeah, they're going through a rough time right now, but we're buds, like best buds. Jaeger's probably now my best friend.
Sam like looks offended for a moment.
Jaeger just looks surprised. Like you see him like close his eyes, shake his head like very minutely, and go like he's like what? But like,
and I'm basically
like,
a clock tower person too, because like I helped them with a mission one time. That was great. None of the other clock tower people ever had me help with missions. But who are you? Did you Note Taker Skeleton? Did you get their name? Her name? The clock tower lady? No, sir. I was interrupted by other people and by other things.
Yeah, no, that was my fault.
Do I need to, what is your name, home address, and favorite color?
Trinket.
Okay, good. Yes.
The clock tower.
Is that your last name?
No, I only have first name.
Oh, okay. That's too bad. Rock had two names.
What?
It's Rock.
Oh.
It's cool. He said it once. He like screamed it as he went and fought an alligator pede thingy.
That's true. He did do that.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We were fighting together in the woods, me and my skeleton army. It was great. Jaeger was there. Sam wasn't. He was with the other guy.
So is they are, and I look at my two companions and I kind of am like, are they really our ally?
They have their moments. They're great. Sometimes. Like, he says it sometimes under his breath. Like, they're
What are you guys talking about?
I'm trying to tell them that you're cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. He like leans to Sam, goes like, "Who is this girl anyway?"
Oh, shit. Okay, so, like, Sam, like, leans in fully. Okay, so Reagan left. That was the other...
When they broke up with you, right? Yeah.
Yes. So Trinket stepped in as kind of like, the clock tower always adds more people, we kind of found out.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I also thought so, but I didn't really want to say it considering they're my boss. So thank you for saying that for
Your
me.
boss is a clock.
And an owl.
There's an owl too now?
Yeah, but don't worry about that one.
Okay.
And as you say that, Sam, all the music outside stops. Sam, like, you literally watch Sam's face go from like happy, cheerful, and then through the makeup they turn white. And Trinket and Jaeger, you both hear this too, is like the absence of sound and the lilting tunes like on the other side of the door. You all immediately realize like a chill in the room that somebody gave the owl a coin, and you guys, though time has paused for everybody else, not for you guys. And then Skeleton King goes like,
It got like, I don't like feel temperature, but it's like, what are we, what? Oh,
Our boss is here.
what boss?
The owl's here right now.
In the room?
Outside. Just be quiet.
Out the room.
Yes. We'll just be quiet. They'll talk to Berret, I guess, for a little bit, and then they'll go away.
Wait, why aren't you frozen?
What do you mean?
Wait, what the fuck?
What?
Look at them.
Look at notes.
No, are you okay?
and the note taker skeleton's like,
Yes, sir, I feel fine.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
You think maybe something like the owl, the us, and then there's a skeleton king. Like,
I'm the skeleton boss now.
the skeleton,
skeleton boss.
boss. You know what I'm trying to say?
Are you saying that Skeleton Boss is on the same power level, or at least in the same pantheon, as the clock tower and the owl?
No, just us.
I definitely think that's true. I don't know really what either of those two other things are. I'm starting to get the idea that they might be some sort of tower with a clock in it and a bird, but I definitely am stronger than a tower with a clock in it and a bird. I have this gun, see?
Sure. Okay, while everything was kind of frozen for a moment, Skeleton King, do you remember, like, what is the first thing you remember ever? Can you go piece back through your skeleton memory?
The first thing I remember ever? Maybe back when I was a skeleton child. And No Taker Skeleton says, "You were never a child, sir. You're a skeleton." I am making a story here. They want the past, the juicy details of Skeleton King. Skeleton Boss.
Sam, you caused this.
Well, I'm thinking you more like, where's the first time you ever opened your eyes?
Well, back when I was a skeleton child.
as No Taker Skeleton kind of like shakes their head like, I was never a child. As Skeleton King says,
I remember running through a long field of a plant of some kind.
Did it have
Probably.
yellow, okay.
I don't know what grows in fields.
Corn? Grass?
Sure, it
Potatoes?
was corn. There was a lot of corn. Whatever that is, there was a lot of it. And it grows.
I'm gonna lean over to Note Taker Skeleton and be like, what was your first note?
I remember being summoned to take notes in a world where we took over a restaurant.
So here.
What? No. I said where we took over a restaurant. This isn't a restaurant, it's a nightclub.
Oh. Thanks for the distinction.
You're welcome. There are also fast food chains that exist in some other worlds. We worked at one of those once.
Like a chain made out of a burger?
No, it's a whole thing. There's also places that are called taverns, and they're also kind of like restaurants, but also kind of like hotels. I've
been to one of those.
Okay, yes. So there's all of those things. We've been to a couple worlds like that since then, and then there was the one world that was like 10 worlds ago, I think. Let me check my notes. He like flips over and goes, yes, 10 worlds ago, we became a rock band.
Kball, yeah.
Yes, in the town of Kball, we became a rock band. That's my notes. And I taught your friend how to drive, kind of.
So what, you've been to 10 other worlds since then?
Yes. According to my notes, yes. Including this one, which we are now a mafia.
Interesting.
Or mob.
Notes. You're doing good work.
How come you are all talking to him? He works for me, not for you.
Oh, yeah, no, we know. We were trying to make sure we...
Actually, sir, for the foreseeable future, you said, until you say otherwise, I am to take everything they tell me as your word and orders from you. That's what you said. And it's in my notes.
It's true.
As the Skeleton King goes,
It's true.
I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah,
Because I was like really beat up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because like Reagan hit me and it hurt.
Yeah.
And see, this is why we have someone to rat.
Maybe it was good that he broke up with you.
Yeah, well...
He hit me. Anyway, yeah, I guess, yeah, no, that's fine. Still, they can still kind of be your boss, but like they're under me, though. I'm still the Skeleton King. Boss. Skeleton boss.
Well, think of it this way. A boss is like a king, but a boss covers a more wide subject.
Yeah, but Donnie said that I couldn't call myself king or people would think I was silly.
Well, no, I'm saying that you're not, like, stepping down at all. It's just like, I know sometimes a weird word change.
Is it like the restaurant fast food chain thing?
No, boss is like...
Because he tried to explain that to me for like a long time.
No, okay, so the king
And I
is
still don't think I understand.
King controls one thing, boss controls many things.
So a boss is above a king.
It can be, yes.
Sick. I am the skeleton boss king. King boss.
Just skeleton boss.
Skeleton boss.
Yeah, keeps it all locked in.
Yeah.
Makes it nice and like...
Anyway,
And then all of a sudden the music returns to normal and you all seem fine. And a couple moments later, the door opens and Berret and Donnie come in and Skeleton King turns to Donnie and goes,
where were you? We had like a whole conversation and then there was a bird of some kind that happened, I guess.
No, there was a few outside when we first got here.
That's what I thought. There were some bird. They were like black, and they kept like hopping around on the roof, and one of them cursed me.
Oh. Yeah, so no birds, just Berret here and I were having a quick little heart-to-heart, I'd say.
Yeah, heart to heart.
Yeah. You know,
You guys seem tense.
Well, I don't understand everybody is very tense around us, which I don't quite understand, you know, despite us trying to be so...
You know, I don't think you should take it personally, Donnie. You're a really sweet guy, and you've done a lot for me and all of my skeleton guys.
Well,
and,
thank you.
Yeah, and like we like this, you know.
and he like crosses two of his skeleton fingers together.
Just like that, exactly.
See, we're like that.
Yeah.
He's like my guy.
You know, I will say, everybody, if you guys aren't taking a liking to us, you should really see the other guys.
Yeah, they're like, we beat a lot of them up. They shot at us with the guns, and then we took them. And now we have the guns.
It's true, but here, so this is...
But we didn't shoot anyone with the guns yet.
Welcome to our new office, which I'm sure we'll be using at some points in the future, maybe some of our guys, as he looks to Skeleton King. Our guys could use it as well, depending on if we like the place or not. Let's, and he kind of like looks around. What is this little space?
It's like a back office in the 1920s. It's not a broom closet by any means. There's actually like a window outside, but it's outside to like a small alleyway, so it's a really bad view.
Donnie is sure to stay on one of the sides, not in the open of the window.
Okay. The Skeleton King goes,
Yeah, we could have some of the skeletons dress up in like cute dresses, like the one that was serving drinks, and then they could go around and they can't actually take orders very well because they just make like clicking noises, like they don't know how to talk. I could have the three who say my name. I don't know, they're somewhere.
I'm sure you can
Did we
have...
leave them back at the other place?
That is your department, Skeleton Boss. I am here to provide advice and my knowledge and things like that. But that's in the future. We're here to discuss business, and so as he kind of like looks around to the rest of the agents.
Berret sips his water with great restraint and raises his eyebrows at you like, nice establishment you got here. With his eyes.
You should see the other places. I mean, I will say we're fairly new in regard to our expansions, but we have some history in this town that we can pull from and learn from, and not make the mistakes of the past. But let's enough talking about me, right? From what I understand about my very skewed and vague knowledge about you guys, you are some agency, right, that comes out on business.
They work for a clock.
That works on the clock.
No, 4 o'clock.
Time is of the essence, I'm assuming.
I am a magician.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. What you got?
Well, watch this. Sam goes to pull their pipe and pulls a dance, like a 1920s dance cane.
Okay.
You'd use in a vaudeville or an
Doing
early
a
performance.
can or something.
They pull it out and they wave it in the air, and they're gonna cast the spell Dancing Lights and swirl lights around them, and then turn that into minor illusion and make a big clock, just a normal grandfather clock.
Yeah, see, look, they can do all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so maybe weird and dumb question, but how common is... We have skeletons that everybody seems to be kind of okay with, but how common is
Magic's
this sort
not
of
really
magic?
common. The skeletons are okay because the people of this world have been hearing so much about
Okay.
the skeletons.
Gotcha.
And you yourself know that magic exists.
Right, yeah.
But like...
This is... it's like,
not to get too much
other-
into it,
Yeah.
you can't just whip out a stick and
Right,
make it
yeah,
happen. Like...
Wow, he's a better magician than I've ever seen. It's very great. Are you here to put on a show, or what? You guys look very serious.
Now they're probably here to kill me.
Good luck. I don't know what to tell
As
you.
they were here to kill me last time, and it was like a fine thing. But look, guys.
You didn't do a very good job.
As some of my best
we
friends,
did
they
very well.
never do. None of them ever do. We just keep waking up in other places, or someone calls us, or we go through some fucking door, or something happens, and then we're in another place. It just happens.
Berret's gonna check his pocket watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hardly anything has changed.
It's still moving forward?
It's still moving forward.
Okay, duly noted.
As he goes, okay, can we be real here for a second, guys? Donnie is the person who, what was it? And he looks at Note Taker Skeleton. Note Taker Skeleton goes, he summoned us, sir. And Skeleton King goes, he summoned us to this world. He brought us in, and now we're here. And so if you guys are here to take me out, that's fine. But can we make a deal first? I know you guys are pretty cool, actually.
Hold on, Skeleton. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, and most of you seem tense, thank you for showing and sharing me with your magics as
no problem.
Donnie looks to Sam. It's but the rest of you seem very tense, so let me just lay this down very
That's
fast.
intense. I'm not tense.
You all seem very imposing, and coming in here and saying that you killed him very well last time, and despite him saying you were acquaintances, it just kind of...
No, we're best friends.
Okay, very, very best friends, and you know what? That's fair. I've had some best friends try and take me out. That's all right. It happens.
I feel like that's a worse situation than you seem to be taking out to be.
It's fine.
Here's the thing, right? Before you want to take out Skeleton, who has helped me, let me just provide some insight, right? I don't know the details of what you people do, but from what it sounds like, you're hitmen, hit people that go take out problems, right?
That's pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah, you're kind of wiggling
they're
his hand a
hitmen
little
who
bit.
work for a clock.
Okay, sure. And that's great. And I see you're very capable of very powerful things and magics and stuff like that. So let me ask you this. What makes you so sure you're here to take out Skeleton King?
Oh, no, we're not.
Bosh.
That's the point. So
That's great.
we're going to try to figure other things out first.
Okay.
And then, as we did last time, if it turns out you're the last thing that we have to take care of,
Then we get
This is
to
what we
it.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
See, I told you they're cool.
See, this is why we conduct business, right? So
Also, to
everybody
be fair,
understands.
I want to give you the heads up. If we don't finish what we have to do, we just have to do it.
You
eventually.
have to what?
We have to do it eventually.
Do what eventually?
If we don't finish our general job,
Okay.
we have to do it eventually.
Well, I think what my friend Jaeger is trying to say is that basically, when we find out what we have to do, no matter what, we end up doing it. So I think that I'm perfectly happy to work with you, figure out what's going on. It seems like you have maybe a proposition for us. I'd love to figure out what's going on here, because there's clearly something else besides Skeleton Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I made a promise to Donnie, and I can't let you guys kill me until I fulfill my end of that promise. Because I am a skeleton
Of your word.
skeleton boss of my word. Yeah, exactly. I follow through with everything I've ever said I was gonna do.
That's why you write it down.
Yeah, well, that's why he
very
writes it down.
good business skeleton. Absolutely. One of the best I've made. So, from what I understand, you are all people of business, and you find the means to an end for your business. You are people that get things done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And I am also someone that I try to get things done, right? So, if we're all on the same page, that's wonderful. I will happily answer any questions you may have, but I will also say there's a lot of expansions that need to be done in this city. It's a big city, a lot of things to do. So, please, by all means. I can't help but notice I'm getting a very intense stare from some of you. I feel like this gal here is just kind of like that, but you specifically, as he looks back to Berret.
Berret is staring daggers.
Like, I feel like there's some kind of thing, some wall that you just really can't see past, and I cannot for the life of me figure that out. We shared a drink.
Well, to be honest, I don't think I've ever let Skeleton Boss talk this long.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, sure, I'm a jerk.
We come from a wide agency, and sometimes some of our associates do our job quickly rather than conversationally.
He had a friend with a really cool smile and a great guitar, though. Wait, no, a great guitar and a really... Wait. He had a really cool guitar and a really great smile.
Well,
That's what he
anyways,
said.
he's not here right now, is he? As I stare daggers at
Don't kill
Skeleton.
me. Tony?
You guys hear him yell for Tony, and then there's like a silence where like nothing happens. And then the door goes as like in the doorway, leaning under the doorway, a giant skeleton go,
Whoa, just Tony, easy. Now, Berret, just let me speak my the things I just noticed just now. I can't help but feel like there's something about this missing link that you're feeling. I asked you about family earlier, and you were kind of very dismissive of it. But is that the wall here? Is it you can't open up to me?
I thought we were here on business.
Yeah, and I have been very open with you, and I feel like, you know what?
Don't maybe don't.
So, if you're being honest with us, you're really being honest with us, why Skeleton Boss and you, Donnie, why are you working? What is the end goal here?
We're gonna make him the boss of the whole city. Well, I'm gonna be the boss if you guys don't kill me. But if I'm done being the boss, he gets to be the boss. That's the deal. And I made him a promise that me and all of my skeleton guys would do everything in our power since he brought us here. That we would, as long as we get to play sick music and I get to have parades and do whatever, and I get to do my usual Skeleton King thing, Skeleton Boss thing.
he like shakes his head.
Then we're gonna make Donnie get vengeance on his old family, and we're gonna make him we're gonna be the new family. We, the Sad Heart Club, are gonna be the new family.
There's no way that we're supposed to allow this to happen, right? That's not...
Well, listen, you could just hear him out. I mean,
We have time.
Look, okay. Look, see, Skeleton isn't entirely wrong, but he doesn't quite have. I'm gonna tell you something, right? So in this town, there was this large family, and they did a lot of bad things. They did a lot of good, and the good started to get less and less, right? The bad started to come in, and I was a guy who did a lot for this family, right? But after everything I did for them, they looked at me and they said, "You know what? We don't need you. Actually, we don't want you." And I was like, "What? After everything I did, what's the hang up here?" And they says, "We don't want you because you have a heart." And I was like, here I am after everything I did for them, just wondering what does that mean? By telling me that they didn't want me because I had a heart, they ended up breaking mine. So I made a pact to myself that, you know what? I didn't need a heart. If they are so dead set on finding heartless people out there, right? I will find a family that doesn't have any. And I will become the guy that takes his town and makes it something better. Something that doesn't need people like them to ruin it, to taint it, right? And that's when, and he reaches into his coat pocket, and he pulls out a very dark, almost like, looks like it's covered in soot, cartridge casing, a spent casing of a bullet. I'd imagine there's something about it that just seems very empty, besides the obvious, right? It's a casing. It's empty. It's been fired.
Sam, you specifically, you notice that there isn't like a slight tinge of the mystical around that casing. Like it is, like Valik was saying, it's too empty. And all of you immediately notice that it is not engraved in any runes. It doesn't look like any of Jaeger's bullets. It doesn't look like clock tower equipment. But you can tell, Sam, that it is magic, or it was magic. And there is, whatever magic it did hold is kind of gone now. And you're not sure if it's from this world or if it's from a different world, but it's not from the clock tower.
And with this single shot, it was all I needed to find the family I was truly looking for. And here we are.
Me, skeleton boss. I'm the family he was looking. You guys get it?
See?
Because he got me here.
Bound not by blood, but by bone.
By bone.
See?
He says
Yes.
he's a very clever guy. He comes up with like a lot of cool catchphrases for us. And he's like, I don't know. See? You guys get it, right? Like, I don't know why anyone would like tell this guy to go fuck himself.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Okay,
So
Skeleton King.
we have taken it upon ourselves to try and save this town from corruption and all these awful
By
things.
appointing us the skeletons and Donnie.
Yes, and I will admit, the past few months have been has been a lot, but I think we're making great progress in making sure our delivery of these things isn't as aggressive.
I'm gonna tell him about the raid tomorrow.
Well, maybe let's
But
slow
like,
things down.
Donnie, I'm telling you, these guys are cool. They'll help us with the raid. I swear.
Side question. Just want to be sure.
Well, he's cool. He's cool. We can have Tony kill him if we need to.
No, you can't.
It's not.
No?
You know it doesn't work.
We can't kill him? Well,
know
no,
it
but
doesn't
if we don't kill him, there's something, and then the clock won't send him back until.
Wait, what are they talking about?
Look, if you kill him, he's gonna come back way madder than he is now.
So they're not really alive like you.
Kinda, yeah, they're like skeletons on the inside.
Well, we're all skeletons on the inside.
No, but they're like me skeletons on the inside, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think people who work for the clock are a lot like me.
Here, Donnie, let's put it this way.
Okay.
When you lose a game, you're out of chips.
Right.
When we lose a game, we can play again.
So you're rigged.
Yeah!
Okay.
It's like they cheat the universe.
I see. Okay.
But like the universe has them do it though, so it's like playing against the house.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
But yeah. So, 2 questions. One.
Yes.
Have you been recruiting actual other people from the city to the group, or have you just taking the skeletons out because you need to keep actual people?
No, we're not allowed to rip skeletons out of anybody.
No.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
He won't let us do that.
That's a big no.
That's smart. Okay, great.
He doesn't want anyone to get hurt. Well, if they try to fight us, then we're allowed to hurt them, and we can even use the guns, he said.
That's
I
it.
did say that. Yes.
That's it. Okay.
Why self-defense?
Yeah, that would be self-defense, which is we can.
Skeleton King nods emphatically, like
But
he said we get to use the guns.
Rattle.
question 2, you might as well just tell us about the raid tomorrow. Now that we know about it, because we're going to figure it out anyway. It makes it much faster for all of us if we just know about the raid.
Can I tell him?
Okay.
And addendum to 2, Have you guys been seeing anything else weird around here? Have people been going missing anywhere? Have you had, like, has there been, like, a special, like...
Is this about the graveyards?
It may be.
So,
Skeleton King, what did you do?
Well, we needed more skeletons, and we weren't allowed to rip them out of other people.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Whatever. Anyway, so my point was, have you, like, is like a museum having a special, like, exhibit for a special weapon or something like that? I just want to know this kind of thing now so we can be aware. So we don't just start running around the city trying to figure things out.
Are you looking for another rock show to take over? Because I've been wanting to do that too.
No,
that was like really dope.
Skeleboss, I think this is just okay. So,
has something weird been going on? This is the question.
Yes, it's kind of part of the reason why we're having a raid tomorrow. So my previous family, the Alberos, it's where I got this little guy, and he sets the spent casing in the center of the table.
Sam starts to move their hand towards it and stops themselves and put it back.
It's, I've just kind of kept it as a memento, something I look at to remind myself, like, it only took one shot, and they have a whole horde of it, right? And they've never really used it in bulk, but I get the sense that since I took one from the greedy people and used it to myself to try and thwart their corruption or their evil, you know, I tried to be good, right? I feel like
doing it. We've hit all of their bases now. Like, we looked at the map, and all of their bases, we took them. We have, like, most of their stuff, and it's just one base left. They've got nowhere else to hide. And once we take them out, we get all of the magic thingies. Bullets. We get all of them.
All right. Well, I'm starting to think that we may not actually be here for you.
But that's great news.
Yeah.
Considered. So maybe we can work out a deal. What's your guys' price? What do you guys work for? I don't understand. I know it's a tower with a clock in it, but what does it pay you?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Sam was kind of like starts to answer the question, and then their gaze again gates back to the casing. Could I have that for a moment?
I think we've established we're on the same side for the moment.
Well, I really didn't like the way you said that, but sure, yeah, here, go by all means. And he like
grabs it and rolls it over their fingers. Can I make an Arcana check to see with the power of 5?
Nice.
It feels within the like context of this world old, but within the context of the whole clock tower, it seems small.
Does it feel wrong?
Not for this world.
Okay.
But as far as like magic is concerned, it's ammunition. You don't know what it is. It definitely is from this world somehow, but with the right usages or the right way you're using it, it could probably cause a lot of trouble.
The few things I was taught when I was younger is that these things are very precious. You need to really take care and nurture them. And you know, I've seen bullets before, and I know these ones are special, but I never quite understood it, but after finding my family, I kind of get it. It's like, it's how you use it, right?
Yeah, and Sam, like, rolls it back across the table. I would, keep a hold of that one.
Thank you.
What about you, Clock Tower Lady? Are you in with the raid? Are you gonna help us?
I guess.
Sick! Now we got a Clock Tower Lady on the side of justice as well. That's what we are now.
Donnie's going to look towards Trinket and notice she doesn't have a drink and be like, oh, hey, could I get you a drink maybe?
No.
It's like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, where is hot drinks?
That's a good point. I'll go find out for you.
What am I, a waiter?
Okay.
Tony, go get the drinks. Tony goes, and then turns around and like just walks into the door, and you see the latch just like splinter off, and the door like slams open.
Yeah, that's a Minotaur skeleton if I ever fucking saw one.
It's not actually.
It looks like it.
But I know, but like I couldn't find any Minotaur pieces here.
What's a Minotaur?
It's like a bull skull skeleton thing.
I feel like you're pulling my chain, but I'm just gonna let it slide.
No, like you know how we dug up all those bodies and then I made Tony out of the biggest parts of all of the bodies I could find, and then I even added some more?
Yes.
Yeah, that's like, we did that, but I did that with like a fucking cow skull.
Why didn't we do that?
Well, I couldn't find you. I looked. We couldn't. Was there any cow bones? No Taker Skeleton says, no, sir, we couldn't find any.
Hey, it's neither here nor there. I was just thinking we could have used it for the raid, but regardless, I think we're good.
Are there cows in this world? We could go find a cow and rip its skeleton
We're in
out.
the city. If you went to the the outskirts, maybe you should fill them in on the game plan. Notes.
Okay.
Notes. Are you still okay with being the war taskmaster? Note take. Yeah.
Yes, I will do anything that is asked of me by my skeleton boss liege. Anyway, the current plan is at 9 o'clock tomorrow, we are going to go to their main base of operations. That at this point, with all the guys that we locked up, is going to be very lightly guarded. In fact, if my notes are correct, and they always are because otherwise I'd get fired, the only people left should be their leaders or their bosses. And our skeleton army will get through any defense they have, and then Donnie gets to say whatever he wants, uninterrupted by Skeleton King, to the boss that broke his heart.
The last part's very important.
Right. Of course.
Then we're gonna lock them all up in that warehouse we have, and we're gonna take all of the magic bullets, and then we rule the city.
We make sure that no bad comes to the city.
We protect the city with skeletons.
Well, I think the no bad is where we come in then. What do you plan on doing with those bullets once you get your hands on them?
Stopping the bad.
No,
Should it ever arrive.
The best way of getting rid of the bad is giving them to us.
See, the way you say that with a menacing tone, it sounds very, very not good.
I get told I always have a menacing tone.
It's kind of just.
Yeah, Grin didn't have a menacing tone. Grin used to do a lot of the talking for him.
Is this the person that you refuse to talk about?
He had a great smile and a cool guitar.
Okay, great
I said
smile
it right
and
this
Well,
time.
since you filled us in on your old family, I'll let you know about mine. I used to
Please
have
do.
another agent, a brother I would call him. He quit. He was a lot more lighthearted than I would be.
It's very tragic.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But you have me now, so this is what you got.
And we all have each other.
Hey, Ellie again. If I sound different, it's because I'm not feeling great. I've been sick in my bed for 3 days. I gotta tell you what's coming up with ClockTower and keep the episodes going because that's what's important. So, Before They Were Lost is coming out on the 31st. Be sure to check that out. And we finally have a date set for the watch party. So tune in to the watch party on Saturday, June 3rd at 6 p.m. PDT, Pacific Daylight Time. Also, if you think the watch party should be held at a different time, let us know. We want to make them as accessible to everyone and all fans of the show, so if there's a better time for more people to attend, the more people there are, the more fun it is. In other news, happy birthday to Sierra, my partner, who's been a huge help and a huge contributor to the show. You've done so much for all of us. Thank you for everything you do. I love you so much. If you would like to work with us or collaborate in any way, contact us through the Contact Us section of our website, ClockTowerAgent.com. I'm not feeling great, so this is going to be a short one. We're on to credits. Berret was played by Bink. Sam was played by Cal. Trinket was played by Kball. Jaeger was played by Trent. Donnie was played by Valik. And I, Ellinthris, was your DM. I can read. The voice of our disclaimer was Valik Donahew. You can check out all of his work at patreon.com/themadlanddreamer. All the music for season 1 of ClockTower was made by Who's Music. If you would like your own D&D music commissioned, you can contact them. You can find all of their work through linktree/who's.music or find it in the description below. Thank you so much, Who's. Mint Julep and Bone In It are 2 new songs for this episode and the last episode made by Cal and Andrew, not Andrew. I already talked to them about it. They think it's funny that I fuck it up. Thank you to our editing team and Cal for making the episodes what they are. Thank you to our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating Thank you to our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. And thank you again for listening. I didn't edit these notes at all. Fuck. And thank you again for listening. ClockTower Season 2, Episode 12 will be out on June 9th. Or, for those in our Patreon tiers of $15 or higher, it will be out on June 2nd. The watch party for that episode will be in our Discord at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Saturday, June 10th. Till then, time's ticking. See you in the clock tower.